Winter is just around the corner as you get a look at Bills Stadium just south of Buffalo, New York. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the New York Giants and the Buffalo Bills. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Fields this way up at the 17. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And there's a lot of good to watch in the game last week. He threw 4 touchdown passes. A little bit of concern throwing the 2 interceptions.
Yeah, and the 2 pick.
Yeah, you want the ratio really to be closer to 3-1 as opposed to the 2-1 that he had. But it is something to build on. They did get the win, didn't they?
Yep. Allen's throw into the hands of Pittman here. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Allen. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. Touchdown! Evan Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The numbers for him from a week ago, 15 carries, 88 yards.
Well, he's the #2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to #1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes a leading rusher.
Yeah, this will be a Giants first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll run here with Akers. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the 2nd quarter as they come up now 2nd and goal. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Cam Akers. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Allen now looks to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get them back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Azeez Ojulari. It's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Now Allen completes it to Evan Ingram. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his 1st. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. And he'll give it here to his running back. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And who's got it? The Giants. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees.
We got this.
On 1st down, Barkley. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so,
and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Cam Akers with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. Gano the extra point, and it's now 21-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw here taken in by Ingram. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. This is caught. It's Brown. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 40. Here's Allen to throw it. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no wind. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Now a play fake here on first down. Slings this deep from McClure. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. So all right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. So with that, we get you back up to Orchard Park and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Now Akers to start the third quarter on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 85 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Giants! Cam Akers with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is up to 18 now. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder, puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. On 2nd and 7, Allen finds his tight end Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, Allen finding his safety valve here. That's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
Caught that look from me there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Isaiah Simmons in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. Now this is picked up by the Bills.
Turnover. That's what we do.
So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Isaiah Simmons racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen, man open left side is Brown. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Hey, man, watch the boot.
Hey, check, Mike 21, check.
Here's Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
Back now in Buffalo. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Saquon Barkley. 76 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. It's 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll go down at the 28.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley. His 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Giants add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Gano the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To the air, Allen got his man complete over the middle. That's Davis. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. The Bills on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Allen, got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Akers unable to corral him. He fights through. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Shedding the tackle. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
171 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And they'll get this down to the 10.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Holding offense. Man, that ain't make no sense.
So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
So a victory.